Guys, today we're going to talk about why Bitcoin is going down and crashing right now. I'm going to tell you when I think this is going to stop and some key things to pay attention to right now. Guys, you need to watch this video. Also, we're talking about Bitcoin on longer and shorter time frames on support levels for Bitcoin, for Ethereum, Cardano, traditional markets, what's going on there, and the reason why we're going down. Also, we're going to talk a bit about the whales. So welcome back everybody, my name is Cristiano, bringing you cryptocurrency videos every day, teaching you how to make money in this market. If you're new to the channel, then make sure to subscribe and activate the bell. So the day after Thanksgiving, the day after we crossed this blue line, we're having this disaster in the traditional markets and in the crypto markets right now. So that's a bit of a bummer. You can see that after the blue line, we went up, tried to break the $59,000 level 4 times, but since then we have gone down. In fact, we crashed right through the orange box here. It did nothing to support us right here. But the orange line here is actually acting as nice support. Right now we are below it, but if you look at like the 15-minute chart or whatever, you can see that, the bulls have really been trying to support us on this line. 1, 2, 3 candles on the 15-minute chart. So they're trying their best to support us. But why are we going down right now? And what do you need to know right now if you are in a Bitcoin trade or whatever? Well, the reason why we are going down in Bitcoin is because the traditional markets are crashing right now. And this is also one thing I said that, I do believe we are going to go up in general after crossing this blue line if we do not see a global meltdown in the traditional markets. Unfortunately, that is the case right now. Does that mean that we are not going to go up here in Bitcoin? It's just like I say, it's a wet blanket. Okay, it's going to put out some of the bullishness, but in general, granted, this does not become a complete free fall in the traditional markets. I do believe there's a high likelihood that we are going to recover here in the traditional markets and that people are going to stop being so fearful and that we are going to have that big pump, moving into the holiday season. We've had Thanksgiving, so the ball is in motion, and I do believe the next couple of weeks and months are going to be very bullish for crypto. Granted, again, not a global meltdown happening. But as I said, the bulls are trying to fight for the level here at $55,000. The next level to pay attention to is the orange box at 51,500, which is going to be a very strong level of support. Okay, so why are we seeing a meltdown right now in the traditional markets? Meltdown is exaggerated, but you're definitely seeing the traditional markets go down. I think they're down generally like 4 or 5%, which is a lot in traditional markets. You can see that the orange line here in traditional markets used to be a very strong level of support. You can see it supported us numerous times here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 times on the 4-hourly candles here. But we just fell right through it. So much selling pressure here in traditional markets due to a new variant of the bug being discovered in South Africa. Europe is shutting down. We're seeing lockdowns across the board. We're seeing all of those things, restrictions, prohibiting people from traveling. So this is causing a lot of panic in the traditional markets, thus also causing it in the crypto markets. Now, for Bitcoin, it's looking like this. The next levels of support, you can see that we got supported of the purple line, which is the, if I don't remember incorrectly, let me just check here real quick. So the purple line is the 100-day moving average that was supporting us right here. And the next one is going to be the 200-day moving average. Is down at $46,000 right now. But, you still have this as support if we continue to go down here at $54,000. And then you have my orange box at 51,500. I do believe is going to be very strong. Another thing is for Ethereum, with this pullback or this correction, we went right into my orange line here at $4,000 actually. So this was very, very helpful for you. I know a lot of you guys have been telling me that this was helpful to you. So big support here at $4,000. For Cardano, same thing here. We dipped right into the orange box at $1.05 or $1.50. This was always something that we were expecting because we were having trouble breaking through the orange line here at Cardano. So we were expecting Cardano to go down here anyway. But, this situation right now with the crypto markets and the correction here, kind of helped Cardano along the way to get down here. Now, this is a strong level of support, so I'm not expecting this to give in easily. Now, the last thing, before I make a comparison, because some people are telling me like the Bitcoin market going down right now and the Ethereum market's going down. Every time I've been telling you previously that if the traditional market goes down, that is going to lead also to crypto going down. And there's always these people telling me that no, it doesn't matter. The traditional markets can go down to zero and it's not going to matter for Bitcoin. Well, I got something I want to show you. It's not to scare you, but it is something that is very important to pay attention to. But before we talk about that, guys, I do want to make you aware that for everyone who have been looking to get into the Lux Algo, which is the best trading toolkit out there, you are able to actually get a lifetime subscription. There's 4 days left to take advantage of this offer. You pay this and you get lifetime access to this, which have been able to pinpoint, all of the recent and been very helpful in us identifying the opportunities to get out. Like here, it told us at $63,000, get out of Bitcoin. And it told us right here at $43,000 to get into Bitcoin. This has been a very good indicator. So if you've been thinking about getting it, well, now is the time with this, no, not that one, but this one, the lifetime access. So you will find the link at the top of the description if you want to get that. So it is going to be somewhere right here at the description. Now, the last thing I want to show you is for the people who are telling me that the traditional markets going down does not matter for Bitcoin. Well, I'm going to show you this. So this is on the daily time frame. And what we're seeing right here is March of 2020. And you can see that Bitcoin is, hovering around $8,000 here until, the COVID situation, where we go down from, in just a couple of days, guys, in about 1 week, we go down from $9,000 down to $3,500, which is a 62% correction, 62% drop in 1 week. This is not to scare you. This is just to show you the correlation. Because why did we go down here? Well, you saw a meltdown in the traditional markets during the same period. Let me see here. Bitcoin went down from March of 2020, 7th of March. This was the big one at the 12th of March. So the correction started earlier in the traditional markets here. But the 20th of March, you saw a big drop here, 7% in the traditional markets. And one thing you have to pay attention to is that the traditional markets actually closed. So as you know, crypto is 24/7, you cannot shut it down. But with the stock exchanges, people were selling all of their stuff so fast, they actually shut down the exchange. People wanted to sell more, but the exchange shut down and said, no, you can come back tomorrow. If you want to sell more, gather your thoughts and don't panic and come back tomorrow. If you still want to sell it, you can sell it. And then that continued. That's why you also have these strange candles here. Like there's so many gaps around this, because of course it's not a 24/7 market, but also because people were panicking and the stock exchanges actually shut down because they didn't want people to sell anymore. So there was some drama regarding that. Is that manipulation? If people are not able to sell, maybe it is, but that's what happened. And so the crypto markets, they just continued to fall. And you saw this big black candle here on Bitcoin, again, going down from, let's just take this here, this candle from the 12th of March. This was going down, 55% in just 1 day, 1.5 days or whatever. And to make a comparison, that's the same as if Bitcoin was to go down from this point down to, let's see, 55. So you can see it's very, like I have to go really low on the scale here, 55%. That means that Bitcoin would go down to like below, well, $25,000. So imagine that you are seeing $55,000 in Bitcoin today and $25,000 tomorrow. I'm not saying that this is going to happen. Again, I'm not spreading FUD. I'm just going to explain to you that the correlation is real. When the traditional market goes down, Bitcoin and crypto also goes down, especially when people are panicking. This is not FUD. I do not believe. In fact, I am going to be a big buyer at the support levels I talked about previously. The support levels, the first one being the orange box here at $50,000. I will be a big buyer, but we need to keep track of the traditional markets here. We need to see if this is going to, see a big correction here. And another reason why I don't think we're going to see as big of a correction as we saw in 2020, because let's be real, that's what some people are anticipating. Some people believe that we're going to see the same kind of correction as we saw previously, like I showed you, when the markets completely melted down. I don't think so, because we have been through this before. We have seen that already in 2020. Now I don't think that people are going to panic as much. And also what followed that big crash was the biggest bull run basically ever. So people are not going to be as willing to sell because they know that the markets, many people sold at the bottom and saw, people make 300, 400, 500% in the traditional markets, and thousands of percents in the crypto markets. So let me make that absolutely clear. I do not believe we're going to see that kind of meltdown. I'm just telling you the traditional markets and Bitcoin and crypto are correlated. So if we continue to see this, which at some point is going to stop, the next level of support is going to be on traditional markets at 4,476. So I think that is going to be a point to support the price if we continue to go down here. But I will be a buyer, and my thesis that we are going to continue to go up here, I do believe that is still going to be the case. We just need this situation to solve itself. And the whales, guys, I talked about this yesterday, that the whales were transferring a lot of Bitcoin to exchanges, and that they were, they were cooking something, definitely. Some people pointed out that just because they are transferring Bitcoin to the exchange does not mean that they are, selling right now. And that is absolutely right. It doesn't mean that they're going to sell right now. But of course, if you are starting to see, more Bitcoin being transferred to exchanges by whales specifically, that probably means that at some point they are looking to sell. And then we don't know really when they're going to sell. But it's not out of the question that they are going to sell in close proximity from when they transfer the Bitcoin, because why would you let the Bitcoin, just sit on an exchange when you've had it in cold storage before? Basically, probably I should say, you're transferring it in, do whatever you want to do with it, and then you're transferring out and back into cold storage. But that's just my 2 cents, guys. I'm not trying to spread FUD. I am just showing you the correlation between Bitcoin and traditional markets. Traditional markets are going down. I'm still a big believer in the crypto markets continuing to go up here, barring a major catastrophe in the traditional markets. I do believe we're going to see all-time highs. Altcoins are going to make you rich. And that's what I got for you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.